and you don't have recognition and you don't have prestige, but you have a standard to which you hold yourself to.
Bishop T.D. Jakes' life story is one of resilience, leadership, and faith lived out on a national stage. Rising from humble beginnings in West Virginia to becoming one of the most influential pastors in the world, he built a ministry that has touched millions through preaching, writing, media, and humanitarian work. His journey includes personal hardship, national recognition, and moments of deep vulnerability that shaped his mission. Across decades, he has guided communities through crises, entertained global audiences with films, and partnered with leaders to address real-world issues. His story blends spiritual devotion with entrepreneurial vision, showing how one man's calling can grow into a worldwide movement while still remaining rooted in compassion, family, and perseverance. Early roots in West Virginia. T.D. Jakes' early life in West Virginia was shaped by a family that deeply valued faith, hard work, and education. Growing up in small towns like South Charleston and Vandalia, he experienced a world marked by both opportunity and cultural challenges. His father, an entrepreneur who successfully ran a cleaning business, showed Jakes the importance of discipline, responsibility, and perseverance. Meanwhile, his mother, a home economics teacher, encouraged creativity and practical skills, giving him a foundation in resourcefulness. These lessons blended together to form the roots of his work ethic and sense of purpose. From a young age, Jakes demonstrated a strong spiritual inclination, often carrying a Bible and imagining himself preaching to others. Despite external difficulties and moments of societal tension, his home was a sanctuary of learning, warmth, and moral guidance. These early years were more than just formative. They instilled in him empathy, curiosity, and a sense of mission. The combination of nurturing parents, a supportive household, and exposure to life's challenges helped shape the young boy who would one day inspire thousands. These experiences didn't just influence his ministry. They cultivated a deep understanding of human struggles and triumphs, setting the stage for a career that would emphasize compassion, resilience, and practical spirituality. Family hardship and early spiritual awakening. When Jakes was 10, his father's serious illness introduced profound challenges for his family, both emotionally and practically. Stepping into a caregiving role, he developed early empathy and a first-hand understanding of suffering, witnessing the ways pain and loss affect those we love. The eventual passing of his father left a lasting impression, shaping Jakes' perspective on life, resilience, and purpose. Though he experienced moments of doubt and briefly drifted from his faith during adolescence, a significant spiritual awakening reignited his passion for ministry. This turning point reinforced his sense that he had been called to guide and support others through life's struggles. These early hardships weren't just obstacles. They became formative experiences that deepened his emotional intelligence and ability to connect with others. Jakes learned to approach ministry with authenticity and sensitivity, understanding the unique struggles people face in everyday life. His ability to relate to pain, hope, and perseverance became a defining feature of his sermons. These early life events laid the foundation for a ministry that would resonate across diverse communities, offering compassion, guidance, and practical encouragement to people navigating their own hardships. The experiences also instilled a belief that personal trials could become catalysts for purpose and leadership. Discovering his calling. During young adulthood, As a young adult, Jakes faced a mix of responsibility, loss, and personal uncertainty. Losing his father and caring for his mother through illness forced him to leave school shortly before graduation to support his family. These circumstances tested him in ways that went beyond the usual challenges of adolescence, forcing him to confront pain, responsibility, and the limits of his own endurance. Yet, within these hardships, he discovered clarity about his purpose. Despite his struggles, Jakes felt a persistent pull toward ministry, a calling that seemed to arise even in moments of doubt. He began exploring opportunities to preach and gradually built confidence, recognizing that leadership and spiritual guidance often grow out of personal trials. These experiences taught him that struggle and purpose are closely intertwined, and that overcoming obstacles can provide insight, empathy, and wisdom that are essential for guiding others. Jakes's early adulthood became a crucible for his spiritual growth and professional clarity, shaping a resilience that would define his ministry. The lessons learned during this time laid the groundwork for a life dedicated to helping others navigate difficulties, understand their purpose, and find hope, demonstrating that leadership is often forged in moments of challenge rather than comfort. Launching his first church. At just 23, Jakes took a courageous step by founding his first congregation, the Greater Emmanuel Temple of Faith, in a modest storefront with only a few members. Balancing a full-time job at a chemical plant with the demands of ministry, he dedicated himself to preaching, leading Bible studies, and caring for both his congregation and his family. His wife, Sarita, played a crucial role, contributing through her work in Christian radio and helping sustain both household and ministry. Despite limited resources, the church began to grow because Jakes's messages were authentic, compassionate, and relatable. He addressed struggles that many people felt but rarely discussed openly, making his congregation feel understood and supported. Early conferences, though small, focused on themes of healing and restoration, particularly for women facing emotional challenges, and these gatherings laid the foundation for a ministry that would eventually reach far beyond the local community. This period highlighted Jakes's dedication, perseverance, and vision. Even with humble beginnings, his ability to inspire trust and connection allowed his ministry to flourish. It was a time of learning, experimentation, and building a community rooted in faith, empathy, and practical spiritual guidance, setting the stage for the broader influence he would achieve in the years ahead. The move to Dallas and birth of the Potter's House. In 1996, Jakes made a bold move to Dallas, Texas, bringing along several dozen families who shared his vision. Their first service attracted only a few hundred people, but the church quickly gained momentum. The congregation grew so rapidly that it soon purchased a large property to serve as the permanent home of the Potter's House. The opening service drew massive crowds, signaling the beginning of a significant spiritual movement. Jakes's preaching style, empathetic, practical, and impassioned, resonated with people seeking hope, healing, and guidance in their lives. Under his leadership, the church evolved beyond a single local congregation into a vibrant, diverse community with global outreach. The Potter's House became known not just for its size, but for its commitment to inclusion, service, and personal transformation. Its programs extended into community support, mentorship, and mission work, reflecting Jakes's holistic approach to ministry. The move to Dallas marked a turning point in his life, demonstrating his willingness to take risks and follow a vision larger than himself. The church's rapid growth underscored his ability to inspire and lead, building an organization that combined spiritual depth with practical engagement, creating a lasting impact on both the local and international communities. It touched rapid growth into a mega ministry. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, the Potter's House had transformed into one of the fastest growing churches in the United States. Tens of thousands of people attended weekly, representing a wide array of cultural and social backgrounds. The church expanded its facilities, created multiple campuses, and offered numerous services to accommodate the growing congregation. Programs ranged from youth initiatives to community outreach, international missions, and leadership training, reflecting a comprehensive approach to ministry that went beyond Sunday worship. The church's growth was not simply about numbers. It reflected the power of Jakes' vision and his ability to connect with people in meaningful ways. His sermons combined compassion with practicality, offering guidance that addressed real-life struggles. The investment in infrastructure and technology allowed the church to scale effectively, ensuring that the growing congregation could be served efficiently while maintaining a sense of personal connection. This period solidified Jakes' reputation as a major spiritual leader, showing that a ministry grounded in empathy, organization, and vision could achieve both spiritual and cultural influence, impacting communities far beyond the walls of the church. The Potter's House became a model of how faith could intersect with community building, social service, and leadership development. Becoming a best-selling author and media voice, T.D. Jakes extended his influence through writing, reaching people far beyond his church congregation. His book, Woman Thou Art Loosed, became a national bestseller, providing encouragement and practical guidance to women navigating emotional and spiritual challenges. This success opened the door for dozens of additional books, spanning topics like leadership, personal growth, and emotional healing. Millions of copies were sold worldwide, often staying on bestseller lists for months, and his writing allowed him to touch lives in a deeply personal way. His style was practical, heartfelt, and relatable, helping readers find hope, clarity, and strength in difficult seasons of life. Beyond books, Jakes expanded into television, audio teachings, and media appearances, becoming a trusted voice for guidance, comfort, and empowerment. Through these platforms, he addressed universal human struggles while offering spiritual insight, making his message accessible to people from many walks of life. This expansion reflected both his creativity and his understanding of modern communication, demonstrating that ministry could extend beyond the pulpit into multiple forms of media. Jakes' influence grew not only because of his spiritual authority, but also because he knew how to connect with hearts and minds across the globe, making faith practical and inspiring in everyday life. Expanding into film and entertainment. Jakes successfully entered the world of filmmaking, producing movies that combined commercial appeal with meaningful, faith-based messages. These films explored themes of family, healing, personal growth, and spiritual awakening, proving that entertainment could both inspire and reach a broad audience. By collaborating with studios, actors, and producers, Jakes helped elevate faith-based storytelling into mainstream culture, showing that stories of hope and resilience could be widely appreciated while still delivering a powerful message. His work in film allowed him to communicate spiritual and emotional lessons in a new medium, making his teachings accessible to people who might not attend church or read his books. These projects reflected his creativity, vision, and understanding of how storytelling can influence hearts and minds. They also reinforced his identity as a multifaceted communicator, someone who could bridge spiritual leadership and popular culture. The success of his entertainment ventures demonstrated that impactful messages could be delivered in diverse ways, reaching global audiences and creating dialogue around important themes of faith, family, and personal transformation. Through film, Jakes expanded his reach, touching lives with stories that were both meaningful and broadly engaging. Building conferences and national events TD. Jakes became widely recognized for organizing large-scale conferences that brought together tens of thousands of people from across the country. Events like Woman, Thou Art Loosed, and MegaFest were more than just spiritual gatherings. They blended worship, teaching, music, and community engagement into immersive experiences that left lasting impressions on participants. These events offered attendees practical encouragement and spiritual guidance while fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose. Beyond their spiritual impact, Jakes's conferences also influenced local economies, attracting tourism and creating opportunities for small businesses and vendors. A key feature of these gatherings was their diversity. Jakes intentionally invited speakers, leaders, and performers from various backgrounds to ensure that multiple perspectives and life experiences were represented. This inclusive approach made attendees feel seen, understood, and inspired. The conferences became more than educational or religious experiences. They were spaces for healing, mentorship, and personal growth. Professionals, families, ministers, and students all found opportunities to learn, connect, and grow. Over time, these events developed a reputation as some of the most influential faith-based gatherings in the country, shaping how people experience spirituality on a large scale. They reflected Jakes's vision of ministry as practical, inclusive, and transformative, creating environments where both personal and collective empowerment could thrive. Influence in politics and global leadership TID. Jakes's influence extended well beyond the pulpit, drawing the attention of political and global leaders. Recognized for his ability to speak to diverse audiences, he was invited to offer prayer, counsel, and insight during critical national events, including presidential inaugurations and international forums. His approach emphasized principles like unity, compassion, and justice, rather than aligning with any political party, allowing him to bridge communities and engage in meaningful dialogue. Jakes contributed to conversations about pressing societal issues such as poverty, racial reconciliation, and criminal justice reform, bringing insights grounded in faith and personal experience. By participating in these discussions, he demonstrated how spiritual leadership can intersect with civic responsibility, showing that religious influence can contribute to positive societal change. His voice was respected across political, social, and international arenas, signaling that faith and public engagement can coexist without compromising ethical integrity. These opportunities allowed Jakes to model how leaders can address national and global challenges with empathy, wisdom, and moral clarity. Through these engagements, he became a figure who not only inspired individuals spiritually, but also encouraged communities and institutions to think critically about fairness, justice, and societal improvement. His work highlighted the potential for spiritual voices to influence public discourse constructively, engaging in national conversations and social issues. T.D. Jakes actively used his platform to address complex social issues that affected communities nationwide. Whether through televised forums, public discussions, or digital events, he explored challenges such as economic inequality, systemic injustice, and community tensions, aiming to offer clarity, compassion, and practical solutions. His goal was not just to speak about problems, but to encourage understanding, dialogue, and collective action. By framing these conversations in a faith-informed yet inclusive way, Jakes sought to bridge cultural divides and empower individuals to engage in meaningful social change. His involvement gave a voice to people who often felt unheard, while simultaneously challenging faith-based communities to think critically about their role in addressing societal inequities. Through these efforts, he provided guidance that was both spiritually uplifting and grounded in real-world solutions. Jakes's ability to blend moral insight with actionable advice positioned him as a thoughtful contributor to national discourse. He emphasized that addressing social challenges requires both empathy and practical engagement, encouraging people to move from awareness to action. In doing so, he fostered a sense of collective responsibility while highlighting the intersection between faith, ethics, and civic involvement, showing that spiritual leadership can meaningfully influence society. A presence in Hollywood and media culture. As T.D. Jakes's profile grew, he became increasingly involved in the media and entertainment world, collaborating on films, television projects, and inspirational programs. He demonstrated that stories grounded in faith could resonate with mainstream audiences. His work in Hollywood allowed him to expand the reach of his message beyond traditional religious settings, showing that spiritual themes like redemption, love, and hope could be explored through creative storytelling. By partnering with producers, writers, and actors, Jakes helped elevate faith-based narratives into broader cultural conversations, making them accessible to viewers of diverse backgrounds who might not otherwise attend church. His projects often addressed universal human experiences, helping people connect emotionally with meaningful stories that inspired reflection, growth, and personal transformation. These ventures also highlighted Jakes's ability to adapt his message to different mediums while maintaining authenticity and integrity. Through this engagement, he broadened his influence, proving that spirituality and entertainment are not mutually exclusive, but can complement each other powerfully. His presence in media culture reinforced the idea that inspiration takes many forms, and that impactful storytelling can reach hearts and minds across geographic, cultural, and religious boundaries. It was another step in his mission to make hope and practical wisdom accessible to a global audience. Commitment to community empowerment. D. Jakes's ministry consistently emphasized tangible community impact alongside spiritual guidance. Through foundations and partnerships, he invested in initiatives designed to improve education, housing, employment, and financial stability for underserved populations. By providing access to resources, mentorship, and practical skills, his programs aim to break cycles of poverty and create opportunities for long-term success. Jakes's work reflected a holistic understanding of ministry. Faith is not just spiritual reflection, but a call to transform real lives. Collaborating with local organizations and financial institutions, he helped build programs that fostered self-sufficiency and empowerment, demonstrating that meaningful change often requires both spiritual encouragement and practical support. His commitment to uplifting communities extended beyond temporary aid, focusing on systemic solutions that created sustainable growth. Through these efforts, Jakes modeled leadership that combined vision, compassion, and strategy. The emphasis on community development also highlighted a belief that faith and social responsibility are intertwined, encouraging congregations and the broader public to actively participate in improving the lives of others. His approach showcased how spiritual leaders could leverage resources, networks, and influence to create measurable impact and inspire others to invest in collective well-being. Humanitarian work and crisis response. T.D. Jakes' ministry became widely recognized for its active response to crises, demonstrating that faith should be expressed through service and compassion. Whether responding to natural disasters, local emergencies, or global humanitarian crises, the Potter's House provided essential support through food distribution, medical aid, and coordinated volunteer efforts. These initiatives reflected a deeply held belief that leadership and spiritual guidance are incomplete without practical action to alleviate suffering. By partnering with national organizations, governmental agencies, and international relief groups, Jakes ensured that aid reached those most in need efficiently and effectively. His focus on humanitarian work became a defining feature of his ministry, showing that spiritual influence carries responsibilities towards social and material care. Beyond immediate relief, these efforts also helped communities rebuild and regain stability, embodying hope and resilience. During challenging times, Jakes' commitment to service reinforced the idea that ministry extends beyond sermons and teachings into the tangible demonstration of love and concern for others. Through these acts, he provided a model for how faith, leadership, and compassion intersect to make a meaningful difference in the lives of people facing profound hardship. Leadership, entrepreneurship, and vision. T.D. Jakes' leadership extended beyond the church into entrepreneurship, education, and community revitalization. He developed programs that nurtured emerging leaders, entrepreneurs, and professionals seeking guidance and direction, reflecting a commitment to empowering others to reach their potential in real estate and community initiatives. He focused on revitalization and opportunity creation, rather than profit alone, demonstrating that leadership involves responsibility towards society and sustainable impact. His vision included helping individuals and communities achieve economic stability while also strengthening spiritual and moral foundations. By organizing leadership summits, mentoring programs, and business workshops, he created platforms where knowledge, resources, and inspiration converged. Jakes' approach highlighted the interconnectedness of vision, strategy, and compassion, showing that effective leadership nurtures growth on multiple levels. Through these initiatives, he encouraged the next generation of innovators and changemakers to think boldly, act ethically, and contribute positively to society. His example reinforced the idea that leadership is not limited to influence within one sphere, but involves cultivating capacity, opportunity, and character in others, leaving a lasting impact that extends beyond personal success or visibility. Evolving theological conversations. Throughout his career, T.D. Jakes engaged in theological discussions that shaped both public understanding and the perception of his beliefs. As a high-profile pastor, his views were scrutinized by scholars, church leaders, and everyday listeners, creating opportunities for dialogue and reflection. Over time, he clarified his doctrinal positions, responding thoughtfully to questions and critiques, while remaining respectful of differing perspectives. Jakes' approach demonstrated a willingness to grow, listen, and articulate faith in ways that encouraged unity rather than division. His engagement with theological discourse reflected a commitment to transparency and education, helping congregants and observers alike better understand complex spiritual concepts. By fostering nuanced conversations, he contributed to healthier dialogue within the Christian community and encouraged deeper reflection on faith and spirituality. His ability to acknowledge complexity while focusing on shared values reinforced the importance of humility, open-mindedness, and practical wisdom in spiritual leadership. These conversations underscored the idea that faith is both personal and communal, and that evolving understanding can strengthen rather than weaken belief, ultimately creating a more inclusive and thoughtful religious environment. Continuing legacy and influence. Bishop T.D. Jakes today represents a remarkable blend of perseverance, vision, and compassionate leadership. His influence stretches far beyond the pulpit, touching lives through ministry, literature, film, community work, and global conversations. Over decades, he has encouraged countless individuals to embrace healing, discover their purpose, and pursue personal growth, showing that transformation is possible even in the face of adversity. Jakes's journey from a small town in West Virginia to leading an internationally recognized ministry demonstrates the power of resilience, faith, and dedication. Along the way, he has navigated personal challenges, career transitions, and health struggles, yet he continues to inspire people to rise above their circumstances and embrace hope. His legacy is seen in the lives of those he has touched, the communities strengthened through his initiatives, and the messages of encouragement that spread across media, books, and conferences. What makes his story particularly powerful is the humanity behind the ministry. A leader who deeply understands struggle, celebrates growth, and consistently uplifts others with empathy and authenticity. Bishop Jakes reminds the world that true influence is measured not only by